Hey guys, welcome back to today. So today we're going to be doing Capoeira. So we're going to be learning 2 new kicks today. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just start off in our ginga, because this is where most of our stuff's going to come from. The first kick that we're going to do is called an Armada. Alright, so an Armada is like a turning crescent kick. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to step up, step past, I turn and look over my shoulder, seeing my target. My hands are going to be kind of up like this, blocking as I kick with that outside crescent kick, and I want to land back into that back position. And I'll step again here, and then we do the same thing to the other side. So I step squared, step past, turn, and notice I'm looking before I ever even throw my kick. I see my target, and then I do that outside crescent kick, and I'm going to land back into that rear position and then go back into that ginga. All right, so we're going to do this for 2 minutes. We're going to alternate sides each time. Don't do the same side. You're going to get dizzy. All right, 2 minutes. Ready? And begin. So we're starting off in this ginga position. Step squared. Step past it. Turn. Arms are up, protecting the face. Throw that outside crescent kick and land back into that rear position and step again. All right, now if you wanted to, you could do 2 gingas in between and then go for that other side. Or you could just go 1, and then as soon as you go back, set up that next ginga and then kick. Right? Completely up to you how many gingas you want to do in between. If you feel like you're going at too fast of a pace, you're gonna wear yourself out, do a few extra gingas. If you want to get a good workout in, then do one every single time. Make sure though, you see that target every time you do this. I don't want you just throwing these kicks wildly. All right, kick, land back into that back position. Identify your target every time you do this. All right, keep this going. And now we could move backwards and throw that Armada, but most of the time it's easier if we do this with the step across. It's an easier way to learn how to do the kick. Doesn't mean it's the only way to do the kick though. Keep it going. A few more seconds. Make sure you turn and see that target before you throw that kick. If you throw the kick too early, you might have the height of your kick prior to ever getting to that target. All right, and that's time. So the next thing that we're going to learn is going to be called a Meia-lua de Compasso. All right, so what that's going to look like, I can do, again, a few different setups. I can do it from the back, or I can step, which is the way we're going to do it first. We're going to step, hands are going to go down towards the ground, and I'm going to show you my butt, right? Here. Now when I do this, I want you to make sure you're looking at your target, right? So we're here. Step 1, we step into that square position. Step 2, and notice as I'm doing this, this foot is stepping past this foot. You can see that from behind. Now I'm going to place my hands down, and it's going to be like this, right? My head is lower, and I'm looking at my target through here. The kick comes all the way around and back. Now as you're finishing this, make sure that your hand is up, protecting your face whenever you're going here. So again, I'm going to step, and kick all the way through. And then go right back into my ginga position. All right, so let's go ahead and let's work this. We're going to do this for 2 minutes, again, alternating sides. Ready? Begin. So we're back here, step squared, step in front. Make sure you're putting those hands down and you're seeing underneath. Don't look over the shoulder. Look underneath your shoulder. As this kick comes down, you're going to point your toes out, bring it all the way back into this position. Here, step back in your ginga. If you want, you can do 2 gingas in between, just like before. Step, kick, and then bring it all the way back to that rear position. My feet are getting stuck in this mud. It makes it a little bit hard. Keep it going. Every time though, make sure your head is underneath. Don't look over that shoulder, and then keep looking at it, right? As I throw my kick, I'm still looking at my target that entire time. With this, my eyes should never leave my target. It's not like an Armada where I have to turn around. I can see my target the entire time, right? Boom. You see how I can look at it every time? That's what I want you doing. In Capoeira, you always need to be looking at your opponent because you don't know what they're gonna do. Try to kick to your own head height with this. You're probably gonna have to raise the foot up higher than what you think because your head's down low. You might think this is your head height, but I know that's not my head height, right? I know I have to kick higher than that. Now make sure every time you do this, you exhale and breathe. Don't hold your breath. And like I said before, I could do this off of, say, an escape here, boom, and then I can throw that kick, right? So I can just move back and throw that kick after that escape. There's lots of different ways to do this. Time. All right, I need a second. I gotta catch my breath. I don't know about you, but I'm in new altitude and this is killing me. I can't breathe here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put those two together. So we're gonna be here, we're gonna step, kick Armada, land with it in that rear position, drop the hands down, and throw that Meia-lua de Compasso. Same thing. We'll do a few gingas in between, and then I'm gonna step, Armada, Meia-lua, and bring it back. Step. All right, so you get the idea. We're doing one, follow right behind the other one. 2 minutes, and begin. So here, step, turn, look, kick on Armada, bring it all the way to that back position, drop the hands down, looking underneath, kick Meia-lua, land back into that ginga position. Do a few gingas, 2 gingas in between, and then on that third one, step, Armada, drop it down, Meia-lua, and keep this going. Armada, Meia-lua. Armada, Meia-lua. 1, 2. And make sure you exhale on each one of these kicks. Make sure you're putting both hands down for that Meia-lua. Right? I don't want you going here. That's a kick you can do. That's not the kick we're doing though. Inside. Armada, drop it down, Meia-lua. Now if you can, try to keep the momentum going. Right? So as I do Armada, I'm just kind of bouncing that foot off. As I land from that Armada, I'm pressing again for that Meia-lua. If I do a kick, boom, and I stop here, and I have to restart that momentum, it's a lot harder, it's a lot more effort, right? So try to keep that momentum going. 20 more seconds. Armada, Meia-lua. Try not to get my feet too muddy. Armada, Meia-lua. And last one. Time. Breathe in, catch your breath. All right, so we worked 2 new kicks today. We worked the Armada and Meia-lua. These are super common kicks that you're gonna see all the time in Capoeira. So make sure you really do practice these a lot. These are probably, like the Meia-lua, that's the Capoeira kick, at least in my mind. When I think of a Capoeira kick, it's that. No other styles have that specific kick, right? So make sure you really do this, and if you want, you can go watch some of the MMA fights that have people doing that Meia-lua de Compasso and actually knocking people out. It works pretty well. Just make sure your eyes stay locked on your opponent the entire time. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.